Hey everybody, we are live at the Ammo NYC studio. In the studio, I have the one and only Jason Rose, and we have a Glickenhaus boot, which was amazing. We have a long story to talk about that. We're gonna do some podcasts on that as well. And then over yonder, we have the Rimac Concept 1, which is the, as of now, the fastest hypercar all electric in the world. Pretty exciting stuff. But we did a full detail on the Glickenhaus boot, as well as we drove it off-road, and we did a couple of really cool things at Monticello Motor Club. But yeah, we're gonna open up some questions to chat with Jason, specifically about the Rupez new line and what we did on the car, on the boot here. So yeah, shoot me a quick note, hello from UK, love you guys. That's what they say there, they're big fans of you. So we can read the comments over there. So hit us up with a few comments. I know that we have, the viewers are coming in. We did a bit of a surprise. I'm only gonna do this one for about 20 or 30 minutes because we have some podcasts and other things to do. And Jason came in to help us out. But I did wanna show you these cars because no one's ever seen this before. So we're gonna move the cameras around and sort of give you a sneak peek because there isn't a lot of videos out there on this. So let's see what questions you have. Hey Larry, what do you use in the shampoo machine? You want to answer that? We actually have a new shampoo machine coming in that's right behind it. I'm not sure if you can even see that back there. It's right over there.
We use shampoo.
We use hair shampoo.
Why don't we talk about what this car is first?
Yes, let's talk about the car. We'll answer a couple of questions. Thank you. So tell me a little bit about, want to talk about what we did or the car itself?
Well, they may not know what this is.
Oh, okay. So a little bit of the brief history, and correct me because you were there, because we heard it at the same time. Yeah. So this is sort of a remake or homage, I guess is a good word, to the, we can show them a little bit of the car as well if you want, to the Steve McQueen boot. Now the Steve McQueen boot was one that won the Baja 1000, many, many years ago. So this is sort of an homage from Jim Glickenhaus. He creates lots of really cool cars based on Ferraris, based on whatever strikes his fancy, so to speak. This one is a modern version of that car that he was so moved by, and it is absolutely incredible. This particular one is what they call a what do they call it? They call it a it goes on the Baja 100, the pre-runner. Pre-runner. It calls it pre-runner. So this one right here actually did the Baja 1000 before the real race of the Baja 1000 to kind of figure out suspension, and you know more about this than I do, and how the car's reacting, that sort of thing. And then they built the real Baja 1000 car based off of the testing that they did here. Did I butcher that? Does that
make sense? So this is actually going to be a prototype. The vision for this is that it's going to be street legal.
Right.
So
this one technically is street legal, but the ones that they're making are going to be
the production version. So it's quite exciting. You can run a Baja race and then drive home and take it to the grocery store and do all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's a 2-door and a 4-door. And I think it's public information. I think they run 265,000 or something for the 2-door.
87.
287 for the 4-door. The thing is amazing. Jason and I have been privileged enough to drive it through the woods and in the rain, in the lake or whatever it was. I mean, it was like insane. And then I was able to drive it back about 100 and something miles from Monticello Motor Club. So the car's been absolutely insane. Real quick on the one back there, that is the Rimac Concept 1. That is from Croatia. And from what I understand, now correct me, I'm sure you guys know more about this than I do, but this one here, we'll come back and we'll take a look. This one here is the fastest all-electric hypercar in the world. I think I said that correctly. So it's stunning blue, and if we zoom the camera in, and we're gonna do a couple of videos, we'll see. I'll show you that there's actual, speckles or flakes in here, and it looks really pretty. It's like almost like a little purplish flakes going on. Yeah. And the car is crazy. It is super low, so when you sit in there, I'll pull the camera in a few minutes. And it's like, my head is like banging against the ceiling, but I guess that it kind of feels like a F1 car where your feet are almost up here and your butt is a little bit further down. So it kind of gives you that supercar feel.
What's interesting though, this is like two extremes here.
Actually, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
It's like very, very Opposite sides of the spectrum.
Huge LT4 engine, devouring fuel, no engine whatsoever in this, a motor. This one's really tall and goes over things. This one can't even go over a rock, you know, like a pebble, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're both amazing, ridiculously amazing cars. And so we have to detail this one, and we've already detailed this one. Unbelievable. This is like the giggle factor for me. Unbelievable driving around. When you step on the gas, and we have some videos of it, the car literally goes like this. And it goes, wah! I mean, it is a total trip when you're on the street. So anyhow, let's talk a little bit about the process that we use to do this. And so for that, oh, look at this. I am Kevin Brown checking in. Here. Not to bring up a touch of it. You guys missed the spot. Just saying. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, we've never heard that one before.
Yes. What a good guy. So tell me the process that you did here.
Well, the first thing we did, and the most important first step, is that we got this really muddy. We tromped through the forest. The water was
literally up to here, like right around this area-ish as it went in.
We have some exciting pictures, just water splashing over the thing. But
it went over
anyway, the roof. We just got it really super dirty. Brought it in here. We cleaned the interior. We cleaned the outside. We de-mudded the thing, got all the mud out. Then we started in with the polishing. So we did a test spot, and we determined that this particular combination, the new DA Fine by Rupez and our new DA wool pads, was the great combo. And we had an objective here. We wanted to go for 75% defect removal.
Right.
You know, we're not trying to win a car show with this paint.
It's going through the woods. Like tomorrow, like so.
So we just want to clean it up visually so that it really shows well for the video. And then it was also preparation for the application of the paint coating, which is Larry's product here. But this system prepared the paint for that coating, and we did a really fantastic job. As you can see, it just came out beautiful.
I would agree. So if you guys want, we have a few minutes. I just wanted to, I guess the purpose of today's little quick live was to basically ask a couple of questions of Jason, maybe 10 minutes or so, because we actually have someone here that's going to be shooting. You guys know Mike in the background there. Can you say hi, Mike? He's over there. They can't see you, but he's taking some photographs. He is the master photographer, so we're going to be doing a few things on the Rimac. We have to time that with lighting, etc. So, but I did want to bring you in because this is so ridiculously cool that I feel privileged to be here and playing with these cars, that I wanted to at least share as much as we can, because no one's really ever seen these things. I certainly haven't, and we're in this world.
For me.
Yeah, so if you want, we're gonna pick up a camera, probably one back there, and I'll slowly wheel it in. But for now, if you don't mind, Jason has a few questions you can probably play with. I'm gonna go in the background and move cameras in, and then we'll cut to the camera. I just don't want you guys to feel like you're getting sick watching the camera go around. So please feel free to answer whatever you would like to.
Yeah, so one question we got was, did we measure the paint thickness on the Rimac? And the answer is not yet, but we're gonna do our best to measure thickness on that. That vehicle is tomorrow's project. This is the one that we've been detailing the last couple days. The boot. So what are the questions? Somebody's clarifying that the Concept 1 was the fastest electric car, but now the faster one is the Rimac Concept 2. Good bit of trivia there. Let's see, were the wool pads recently updated to, can you go over the changes? Yes. So these are actually, they were launched about a year ago. The Rupez DA wool, we have the blue colored one and the yellow. The blue is our more aggressive version, but they both finish out really well. In fact, this wool pad with a medium grade polish did all that work on the boot. So absolutely amazing range in terms of cut and finish. Hey guys, hi. Wheels at porous, what are your thoughts on ceramic coating wrap clear bra is a good investment?
What's the MPG on that truck? Not a lot, I can tell you that right now. I put $75 of gas in it, and it was still going, and you're like, oh, that's not that much. I already had a half a tank. So this thing devours fuel.
Okay, so what are the difference between foam and wool? I would refer you to actually some great, fantastic content on the Rupez website and the Rupez YouTube channel. We have an entire webinar and some good content on the differences, but I'll tell you briefly now. So they're both cutters, they're both finishers, they're just different levels. So the wool is obviously going to give you a little bit more bite and remove more defects. But surprisingly, the finish on this is foam-like. So that's the range of this product. You saw it today. So it will cut like crazy, but it also leaves a great foam-like finishing. So the differences are more cut, broader range on cut and finish, and then the foam has less cut, but finishes better on delicate paints.
Somebody did ask here, are you converting over to Rupez polishes? I have to say, it was on that note, we're still playing with this. It is absolutely incredible the level that Jason has taken the polishes to, and I'm sure the team, so I don't know, but you're the fourth, I don't know who else was involved, but
it was a team.
It was a team, I'm sure. It's absolutely incredible. The pure, what is that, the last step? The
pure, yes.
Yeah, the pure last step. Oh my gosh, crazy. And then what is the one that we used on the, where it was left like wax behind?
Yeah, so
I'm still learning this, by the way.
Yeah, the Uno Protect all-in-one cleaner wax.
Basically like a one-step, that's what I was learning. It was like amazing.
This is bare, uncoated steel, and it had rust spots. You can't see it now, but it had rust spots.
We took them off, that's why.
Yeah, so Uno Protect removed the rust and left a protected finish.
All right, do you want to take a quick look on the inside? Because I know Mike's got to take a few photographs, but I felt like I needed to do a live to kind of get back in the saddle here and show you guys, exactly what's going on in the interior. So we're going to cut over to camera, this one here. Okay, you can see real quick on the inside, all these buttons, they're waterproof, of course, because when we went through the puddles, they weren't puddles, they were like lakes or whatever they were, the water came up to here and this whole thing filled up, and there's a drain in the back over here. But basically you start the car by pushing this ignition key and hitting the start button, which, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's just start it up too. We'll do a quick startup. How about that? You guys ready to listen to this? This is incredibly loud. All right, so we're on that. All right, here we go. I can probably push this one out.
Check this out.
All right, cut to me real quick. Okay, so you ready for this? Can you see this in here first? Everyone's closing their ears. Ignition key on. So now it's ready to go. And now if you can see the start button over here, hopefully. You ready? Here we go. Woo! It's really loud in here. All right. So there's an LT4. That engine, obviously, and 600 and, do you remember what it was? 680 something horse?
680, yeah, horsepower.
680 horse, so yeah, it literally lifts the wheels. Sparco seats, Sparco steering wheel. This was all hand done, meaning it's like when you start it up, you can see a picture of the car itself, meaning this particular car. What else? Roll bar up in here. There's two windows. I'll try to pop this off real quick. If we, here, I don't want you to, let's do this real quick. Let's see. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I'll show you that there's windows up top. So when we hit the water, when we went through the lake, you can actually see it go over the top. Kind of cool. Bear with me here 1 second. All right. So look at that. We're trying to figure out how to get
Larry,
what?
Everybody's asking you to rev up the motor on the blue one.
So we're trying to figure out how to clean. This is 2-pane window. And if I step up on here, can you see that? So in between, there's glass here, and then there's glass there. But if you can see up in front, that's where the air goes through all the way around, and obviously into the engine. But there's a space. But we're trying to figure out how to clean that space. So that means we have to put something very long in here to get to there. So we're still playing with a few things here and there, but you get my point. When this turns on, it's pretty cool. It shows a picture of the car. This is an automatic. So this just goes, reverse, neutral, and then 3 gears. And you just put it in drive and you're good to go. This is another thing that I thought was fairly interesting. I wanted to show you guys. See the little, I'm new to this. I'm sure Jason probably sees this all the time, but I don't. Do you see that little tab right there? I guess when you're doing 100 miles an hour or what have you over a bump, when you go over a bump, you know, your foot probably slides off. That prevents it, I guess, from sliding off. I thought that was kind of a neat little tidbit there. It's got radio speakers, you know, for daily driving, that kind of thing back here. And let's take you for a little walk. All right, it has the largest tailpipes or exhaust pipes I've ever seen in my life. Pretty crazy. This was interesting. We had to polish all of that. You could speak that a little bit more, but what did we do, like 1 inch there, 2 inch?
Yeah, all the curves and contours. We broke out the nano, did 1 inch polishing. It was perfect.
Right there. And then all of this, we were trying to take this off, but we realized that you have to take the wheel off and you have to take a bunch of things off to sort of get to the engine there. But here's the underneath for all of you who haven't seen that. Keep in mind, this is all new for us too. Obviously, 10001 USA, it's the first one. Kind of cool. Yes, it is in fact street legal. Sorry for the shaky camera, doing the best I can to give you guys a little tour. We're going to do this on the Rimac as well. It's got Fox suspension, crazy lights. It is street legal. We did drive it. What else? Anything interesting? Oh, check this out. This is when they pull into, you know, the pit area. You can see how and it goes by, I guess, you know, fuel. They can quickly see in the middle of the night how much more it needs. Oil. And then, oh, this one here stays lit. So I guess if you have multiple cars, you know that one is blue. Okay, that's the blue car. Like if they're doing 100 miles an hour in the desert, he said. I'll have a full explanation or a full tutorial with Jim Glickenhaus on this. I'll put it on the live channel, or the studio channel rather. And that's of course his logo. Pretty cool. Any questions so far that having to do with what we're doing here?
I'm trying to sort through and pick the ones related.
All right, well, I'll look at this car while you're figuring that out. So this one, look at the fuel economy. Is that hysterical? You guys have the keys to this one? Fuel economy, $1,200 just in savings. 53 miles per gallon. Now what's interesting about this one is look where the open the door button is. Boom, that opens up. And it makes...
Car is rising right now.
Cars, yeah, is lifting up, look. It makes all kinds of sounds. And when you do start it, it sounds like a jet engine, like the, you know, that first thing, it's like, you know, that kind of noise going on.
You want me to hold and I'll sit? Or you
Concept
sit?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to hold this guy while I hop in? Steady as possible. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, so right off the bat, this thing is like a cockpit, which reminds me of the F1, where your feet, my feet are basically just slightly above my butt, which is like abnormal for you know, a normal person car. The steering wheel, of course, is awesome and kind of gives me a little bit of a Koenigsegg type feel. Lots of carbon fiber everywhere. The cockpit, meaning the dashboard here, that is beautiful. It looks just like the car. It's great. To start it, you push this button right here where it's red. Can you see that red button?
Yep.
All right, so you push this button and now it turns green. Now look at the screen. Can you see the screen in there? Here, I'll hold it real quick.
Yeah.
So that's the screen right there. Kind of neat. And this will tell you, you know, it gives you all the telemetry, all that kind of stuff. Settings. Now, that is beeping. Oh, because the door is open. And I can't close the door because I have the wire coming in here.
Roll the window down.
So suspension is on high. I thought this was pretty funny. We have creep mode. How cool is that? Parking, and these are all the volumes and whatnot. Look at the volume button. I mean, it's real. It's like a piece of metal. It's really, really cool. And all this needs to be polished, so that's why I came here. Doorknob. Look at that's how you open the door. And rear view camera. Pretty cool. So I'm going to hand the camera to Jason, and then we're going to show you how to open the trunk and show you the battery, which is also very cool. Let me shut this off. Okay, because that's super loud and annoying. All right, powertrain off. Now this is the...
No, this is the funny part.
This is the funny part. This is the...
Getting out of the car.
You know that saying, fat man in a little coat, tall guy in a small car. All right. There's no graceful way to do that. All right, come back here. I think this is one of my favorite parts of the car. It's like etched into this metal. Really, I think that's slick. Now here's something that's cool that most people don't know. To open the trunk, you stick your hand all the way in here. Can you see this wire right there? I don't know if you can see that. It's a little dark in there, but can you see that? There you go. I pull that, the trunk opens up, and now, ta-da! A big V8 is in the back. So power distribution unit. Yeah, so this thing hauls, as you've seen on YouTube. There's a couple of different videos of this thing absolutely destroying a LaFerrari and of course a Tesla, etc., etc. And it certainly makes a whole lot of noise. So we're going to, there's the kill switch right there. We're going to kill that, make sure that, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that, I never noticed that. So this thing is pretty awesome. But because it is a show car and it's one of their newer, latest, greatest machines, they bring it here so that we can polish it up and have it look the way, just like the Jesco. So this is Manhattan Motor Cars, so make sure you check them out if you're interested in one of these cars. There you go. So we're gonna cut back to the main camera. I'll take that. All right, so if you wouldn't mind, I think there's a few more questions and then we got to, hey Paul, Paul's my man. We're gonna get Mike to shoot some photographs.
All right, so let's see if we can get a couple related questions to these cars. Where exactly is the shop? Okay, Larry, you need to send your pin location now.
Yeah.
Thank you, good to see you watching.
All right, some other things.
Yeah, so we're sifting through trying to find questions that are related to these cars or what we did on the detail to the boot. So
one was, what does the Baja have to do with the Rimac?
Whoa, good question. Somebody asked, what does this have to do with the Rimac? Absolutely nothing. They just happen to be combined in the same time, and I knew Jason was coming, so I scheduled them at the same time. That's the truth. It's not very exciting, but that's the truth. The cars are exciting, but how they got here. Do you still work for Rupez?
yes.
So that would be yes. If he answers this, laugh out loud. All right, so yeah, that guy's right. It says these cars are the duality of the industry. That you couldn't be more correct on that.
Yeah.
These are wildly different. But
Yeah.
anyhow, we got to do some quick photographs. But I did want to just hop on. We were debating whether to do it at all, but we wanted to hop on real quick and show you guys the car. We're going to have a full-length video on this one, a full-length video on that one, and tons of pictures. Of course, if you want to see the pictures, you can go to Machines with Souls, machineswithsouls.com, and you can see a plethora of all the cool photographs that Mike's going to take right now. How do you like the boot? It's the most amazing car ever. If I had the money, I would buy that in 2 seconds. It is worth all the giggles in the world. It is completely insane. So yeah. Last one, anything else?
No.
If Uno didn't exist, would it be a one-step method?
Oh, what is the best if Uno didn't exist?
Oh, I don't know about that one. Duck my duck, I don't know, understand. Work safety, try safe. All right, we can go through all these questions all day long. Mike's got to take photographs. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I did want to show you a sneak peek because it's super ridiculously cool. Hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. I'm going to walk over and hit the cancel button. Thank you for watching, guys. Be well. Bye.